present progression.
Hello everybody, you have now tuned in to another episode of the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. Today I got a special guest, my guy Gern from Peixotto clothing line, and he's going to be coming here. He's here to tell us about the clothing line, man, and everything he got going on. You know, a little bit about him. You know how we do on the platform. So with that being said, man, first of all, I want you guys to subscribe, like, share, comment, download, all that what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Help me run it up. Help us get that message out there, man. Teach people how to be them entrepreneurs. You know how it go.
Hit that subscribe button.
Yes, sir. ASAP if you ain't already have. So, my guy Gern, man. Appreciate you for coming, bro.
Pleasure to be here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the brand. You know what I'm saying? I had the pleasure of meeting you last week. Last week, man. And you are a great person, you know what I'm saying? I said, bro, I gotta have this guy on the platform, you know, a great addition. And on top of that, I felt like you would be a great person to come on here and close this joint out. You know what I'm saying?
Closing it out with Mariana Rivera, you know.
Come on, man.
Got my jersey on, ready to close it out. We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, man, you on the New York vibe. Come on, man.
Already.
So,
know what I mean, son? I was playing with my girl earlier. We was joking about it. She's like, you gonna go in there with your New York accent? I said, you know what I mean, son?
Hey, bro, I love that accent too, man. It's catchy, man. You know, it's very what the hell you say? Charismatic, bro. Yeah, man. So, we're going to go ahead and get it started, bro.
No doubt.
First of all, I want you to tell me and the people where you was born and raised at. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York. Brownsville, never ran, never will. So, born and raised in Brownsville houses, D Block, 345 Dumont Stone, Rockaway Ave, you know. That's my little stomping grounds. I moved all over through the city growing up.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, before I came to Seattle, I was living in Crown Heights.
Crown Heights? What's it like over Crown Heights?
Crown Heights is cool. So it's really Prospect Heights is what it was called. I was like in the border between Park Slope and Crown Heights. So it's like, it's like, right down the block, Biggie was like I was on Washington and St. John's. He was like on Grand and further down like Fulton.
Okay.
It was really like about 7, 8 blocks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody was in the same neighborhood. I went to school around the same time with cats. Jay-Z and them guys, went to Eli Whitney, I think. I was at Art and Design with Kwame and Organized Confusion.
Wow.
So, bro, I went to school with them cats, like those are my peoples. To this day, we still keep in touch.
That's fine.
Larry and Troy from Organized Confusion, Pharoah Monch, and them cats right there.
That's fire, bro.
I started, getting into the fashion thing, like in high school, dressing, getting fresh, silk shirts. I'm from the 80s, you know what I'm saying? I'm 50, I'll be 52 this year.
Okay.
So I've been in this shit for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've been designing, I never thought my first t-shirt design would be in the 3rd grade. Like
third grade?
I won this little drawing contest at school, and they put my design on the shirt.
Wow.
So it was like, you go back later and you go, damn, now I've been in this shit for like 50 years. But on the low, it's been doing good. I've been doing this for a while. Work with Ruff, Ryders, and D Ferg, legendary D Ferg from Harlem.
Wow.
Yeah,
I heard that name before.
Yeah, his son is ASAP Ferg. Yeah.
Definitely. See, when I heard about when I hear him speak of that, I just hear they always just say they just refer to Ferg's dad. I ain't never heard his name like that.
Yeah, that's D Ferg. Before ASAP Ferg was ASAP Ferg, his father's name was ringing bells like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His pops created the Uptown Cat logo, Puff Daddy's logo. I was under his camp. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So we fuck with Rough Riders. I did the Rough Riders album cover and all that Eve shit.
Wow.
So, I've been down for a long time.
You've been moving. Bro. That's impressive. I ain't know that.
Shout out to D, Gern, and Joaquin. They put me on. And my nigga Ice Pick, rest in peace.
DNY, huh?
And, I got my Brownsville crew, my Stay Enterprise brothers, you know what I'm saying? C-80O and Akhenaton. And, my man Born Knowledge. We do our thing out in Brownsville. Edo the God. So I got a little crew of people I fucks with.
Man, sound like it, bro. Sound like you've been having your fingers moving for a while, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Shaking and baking.
Yeah. We don't let's slow it down a little bit. Let's bring it back a little bit. You know, just like tell us a little bit about not too much, but just much you want to give about your personal upbringing, how was the household. You know what I'm saying?
Household was cool. Like when I was born, my mom's had me out of. She wasn't married, so we lived with my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? In the projects, my grandmother was like first generation. They was the first one in Brownsville houses. We lived in apartment 1A.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? She's one of the first tenants in that building. This is when they had Jews living in there too. It wasn't just black families. So, my mom was born there. I'm born there, third generation.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I went to, I was always good at art. Drawing and doing graffiti, shit like that. And that kind of led me to high school art design. And from there, I came out to Seattle to go to college. And that's how I ended up out here.
From art?
Yeah, from art. But I stayed out here for like 8 years, and then my mom's passed away, and I moved back to New York. So, but, I was just into, art. That was my thing.
So that when they used your art in the 3rd grade, was that kind of like motivation for you, give you like inspiration, like I think I might be onto something?
I didn't think about it then.
You think about it?
You know what I'm saying? When you that young, you don't think, you think of what you want to be. You don't know what you're going to become.
Right.
When you're growing up, oh, I want to be a police officer. You go through life, things change, you become something else, you know what I mean? But when you're a kid, you have aspirations. I wanted to be an architect. You know what I'm saying? Design buildings and shit like that.
Yeah.
But plans change, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get in real life and then shit happens. Plans, everything don't go according to plan because God's plan is different. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm just waiting for him to open that door again,
Yeah.
It's G.O.D., God opens doors.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, and I feel like, he definitely opened them doors, man, but, and people, us as people, we just got to move our feet and put the work in.
Put the work in.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like we can
you
pray all day.
If you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to put the work in. Prayers just don't happen, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, that's all, man. You want to be an architect. That's kind of like intense art. Out to me, because I don't know, how to draw a straight line.
That's a lot of straight lines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You building buildings and homes, so
I can just imagine what your skill
you
level
gotta be
is.
an engineer kind of type person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. Man, you said you was a single parent household?
Yeah, like my mom's had, we lived with my grandmother for a while, so it was about maybe like 4 or 5, and she got an apartment, you know what I'm saying? We bounced apartment. She moved a lot, but my grandmother's crib was always the foundation.
Yeah.
That was home, I'm in the Ville. Wherever my mom's live, I'm going to the Ville.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm right here with my peoples. But I met people throughout Brooklyn all over, but the Ville is home, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on in the Ville. The Ville was wild back in the day.
Yeah, that's what they say about the Ville, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of gunslinging out there. I wasn't involved in none of that.
Yeah. I know a couple guys from the Ville. You're like the second person I know from the Ville, man. Contrary to what I hear about the Ville, man, the people I met from the Ville so far got big hearts. They cool, you know what I'm saying? So
the Ville got a lot of love.
Yeah, you can't believe what you hear. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Okay. So, how long do you think, number-wise, do you think you can remember, specifically how long you've been designing clothes?
I can say I kind of started officially back in 92. My man Pablo had a store in the University District called Skins. And my man Coop, right? My boy Coop, he had this business card I did for him that I drew as like a dude with an afro. And he had it his station. So the dude Pablo comes in the spot to get a haircut from him. And he's like, yo, where you get that? Who did that for you? He's like, yo, my man Gern did that. He's like, yo, link me up with him. So he introduced me to Pablo, went up to his shop, and he had me design some stuff for him for his Skins clothing line. And Skins was kind of popping back then because they used to have in-store performances, Nas, Busta Rhymes, everybody in hip-hop used to come to this spot in the U District because of the Flavor. Flavor magazine would do in-store promotions and shit like, you know, Mike Clark, Rachel Crick, Allison Pember. They kind of ran the joint. That was like Alice's baby, the Flavor magazine. And it was like hip-hop in Seattle was like kind of jumping back then. You know what I'm saying? Underground. And I happen to be part of that too. You know what I'm saying? I created a lot of logos and designs for a lot of people in the town. So, and I'm still working with like Supreme, Jace, you know. So I just ran into my man Sean Malik. He shouted me out for doing his first logo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been around the town, touching ground. So like, I'm kind of not from Seattle, but this is like my second home. You know, from New York.
Yeah.
And I kind of got my, you know, my adult life here, my young adult life here. But then I moved back to New York, still as a young adult. And then I stayed in New York for all them years. Just coming back in December.
December?
Yeah.
Oh man, you fresh back.
Fresh back.
Man, it sounds like you knowledgeable, bro. Like
Yeah.
as far as like, cause you done worked with a lot of people, so I'm pretty sure you done accumulated some resources and all of that type of stuff. You know, bro. Your complete story is interesting to me. We're doing a little interview today, but your complete story is very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? So we've been jabbing at the clothing line. Tell the people a little bit about it, like the name and all that. Just a little bit about it, you know.
All right, so like this ain't my first clothing line.
Okay, talk to me. Then.
Like when I went to work with my man Pablo at Skins, my cousin in New York, Butterbean, Charlie Wap, he created Butterbean, and it's spelled Budabean.
Okay.
And his man gave him that name because he had a bald head. You know what I'm saying? We always smoked weed, so Butterbean, it came like, it started off on a marijuana tip. You know what I'm saying? We had the leaf, marijuana leaf, but then it came commercial once it started blowing up.
Word.
So, you know, we started Butterbean. He was started in New York, and I was out here on the West Coast doing it. So I had Seattle popping with Butterbean. Everybody was wearing that shit back in the day.
Wow.
And it was a nice little run out here. I went back to New York, and then we linked up with I linked up with D-Ferg, because my cousin went to school with him.
Okay.
We all went to the same high school, art and design.
Okay.
But they went like 4 or 5 years before me. So that's how I met D-Ferg through my cousin Bean, because they was already rocking. And D had this like big loft on 125th and 2nd Avenue. It was like a big warehouse space, and he had mad printers up in there, computers. And we used to just get busy up there. A bunch of people, Al Ramel, Thirst, you know, Money Hunger, my man Herb, H2O. He did the Walker Wear logo. And he did the D-Ferg, original D-Ferg logo.
Oh, okay.
Ferg 54. And we and my cousin had Butterbean going through there. My man Lito had Lito's Way going through there. We had a bunch of designers in there doing their thing, learning how to print in the basement. Like, I'm silk screen printing in the basement, and we getting water from a little, you know, washing out our screens and everything. It was real underground, but we used to get orders for Puff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, working.
We used to Puff would call D, and D, he like, I need shirts for whatever. We just print them up right there.
That's
You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of us, everybody take turns printing to get the job done.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody get pieced off, and we live it, you know what I'm saying? But I started fucking with them back in like, when I went back in 96, I say 96, I started fucking with D-Ferg, you know, like 96, with my cousin Butterbean. And me and Butterbean was going to the Magic, doing all of, you know, clothing conventions out in Vegas. Yeah, so we did the Magic a couple times, you know, shit, that was dope.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from those conventions.
Butterbean.
So after Butterbean, we did that, and then things didn't work out with the backers we had, so that kind of dissolved. And, you know, I'm sitting at the crib with my grandmother, and, you know, sitting up chit-chatting. She always used to talk about Peixotto, her mother's last name. You know, Mama Steele. Mama Steele was my grandmother's maiden name. That's her father's name, Steele. Her mother's a Peixotto. So her mother and brother, Charles Peixotto, moved to New York from Jamaica.
Okay, Jamaica.
Yeah, so the name Peixotto is Portuguese because their family derived from Portugal, Cuba to Jamaica to the United States. So we Jamaican Americans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we got a Cuban and Portuguese background.
Yeah.
That's where the name Peixotto comes from.
Okay.
So my grandmother used to talk about Peixotto all the time. I was young, and I used to hear it, you know. Me and her used to sit up, she told me the stories about it, and how, you know, her mother and her uncle were Garveyites, and they used to run with Marcus Garvey and shit. So, and I'm just clicking, the name is clicking and clicking, and I used to start writing it. So one day I'm at work just writing it down, drawing it out, and I came up with this.
That's fire.
This is the first original design.
Fire.
I drew it on a piece of paper like 100 times. And then I start picking out of it, like, I'm gonna take the P from here, the EIX from this, the O, the other O from here, and I cut them into small pieces. I blow them up, make them bigger, and start lining it up how I want it. And then, boom, I come up with Peixotto. And I rock with this on the shirt. That's the original first boom.
The first one.
Ain't nothing else. That's the original. So the script. That's the signature script.
Wow.
And then after that, the other designs developed. This logo developed. As it turned from, you know, a signature to a logo. You know what I'm saying? Because I broke the P down, put a circle around it, and made it a symbol.
That's
A symbol, a logo like this. Something, you know, sleek. Then I added the words around it to give it a seal, like boom. And just, you know, for people who can't or try to pronounce the X, because the X is silent, it's pronounced Peixotto. Peixotto.
Man, fire merch, man. Go check him out also too, man. www.
And I think I came out with Peixotto in 2000. This is when I designed that logo, 2000.
That's fire, bro.
And I've been dabbing at it, just taking it light, not too
fucking
serious.
with it, huh?
I started hand painting shirts first.
Now, what's the difference between like, because it's like, I know you can do screen paint, right? And screen print, and then you said hand paint. Like, is that different?
That's different. I would take a shirt, put it on a little piece of cardboard, clip it down, and I just can paint on the shirt.
Okay.
Draw on the t-shirt, you know, paint out my little abstract design. Shake it better and sell shirts for $100. Because they would be hand painted. This is artwork. This ain't just screen print. This is artwork. Well, it take me like maybe an hour to work on, 2 hours to work on a piece.
Word.
So it's the one screen print shirt only take a few seconds, and they go through the dryer. You know what I'm saying? But I started doing those. Messed with my man Ozzy up in Harlem. He had the furs and the leathers at the time, and he had me do some designs for Ludacris. So when Ludacris was on 106 in Park, he had the Act the Fool shirt. I painted that, hand painted on the shirt.
Wow.
It said, they go Act the Fool. Then I made a chicken and beer shirt for him. Then I made all the shirts for the girls on the album cover that say thighs, breasts, wing, all that shit. Yeah.
Bro, you did that shit?
Yeah.
See, bro.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you're telling me all of this, because now, you know, I mean, I knew some of the stuff, but you're telling me a lot of stuff that I got to go back and research, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I find this shit interesting as hell, you know what I'm saying, bro? That shit's fire, bro. You been moving, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I've been around for a minute.
Yeah, I give it up to you, bro. That's inspiration for somebody like me who's just trying to come in and try to make a difference, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've been in it for a long haul, so that's inspiration to me too, bro. Congratulations to you, you know. So, you already told me where you got the inspiration for the name. The name. But I mean, like I said, I found that interesting, that name, you know what I'm saying? Because one of my close people got the same name, you know what I'm
What's
saying?
that, Peixotto?
That Mary Louise, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Mary Louise
My
Peixotto,
people
yeah.
got the same first middle, you know what I'm saying?
My grandmother, my great-grandmother.
Yeah, I was like, wow, bro.
But, you know, back in the day, those are old names.
Yeah, for
Charles,
sure.
Clarence, you know.
Yeah, Gladys,
Gladys.
all them type of shit.
If you got that name, you was born before motherfucking 1980.
For sure. For sure,
And then they
bro.
stopped giving them names out in the 80s.
Yeah, bro.
As in the Shahs and the Quishas and all that came out.
Fucking Thelma. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no more Thelma.
Nah, man. Hey, shout out to all the people that's named that, though.
Yeah, shout out to Thelma. She from Brownsville, too.
That's just an old name, you know
She
what I'm
from
saying?
Bland Night Projects. She used to work at the little food spot, Bart's. You know, they used to have the cheese fries. They was banging.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's... So, you gave me so much, bro. And now I feel like I ain't even do my due diligence, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I got to go back and look at some shit,
There you
bro.
go.
Because I ain't know all that about you, you know what I'm saying? And, damn, bro. Okay. And yeah, my guy, J Boogie Brow, man.
No
Shout
doubt.
out to you, bro.
Shout out to Boogie Brown for making this all happen.
For sure, man, my guy. I've been knowing that man a long
LB3.
time. Been knowing him a long time, man, and he's always been stand up 100, man. I love that dude, man. He made all this happen, and I appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? So you said you left, you came back up here in, what you say it was, 2000? After because you said you went back home.
Oh, I went back home in 96.
And then you came back, what year you said you came back?
Oh, I came back 2020.
2020, December, right?
December.
Yeah, man. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, I'm kind of lost for shit, bro, because you gave me a lot, bro, and shit. Yeah, I had them questions, but you answered all them motherfuckers in 1 and 2, but I love that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I think we're going to have to come back for a part 2, man.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to come back part 2 with Boogie Brown.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We got to, because you gave me a lot, and I feel like I ain't do my job right now, because I got to go research some shit now, man. Because we got to touch on all this shit, bro.
No.
You legendary, bro. You legendary. And my people got to know everything, like, broke down to, like, what you been into and all of that, like, bro, because your story is fucking crazy. Just learning what I learned now that I didn't research, your story is crazy. I feel like an idiot because I ain't do my due diligence, bro. But fuck that. We good, bro. We're going to take a little break real quick, man. We're going to be back in a minute.
And it's the past journey to present progression. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? We coming back from break. We trying to get it started, man. So we back with my boy Gern.
Yes, sir.
Peixotto Clothing. So we got a lot from him today. You know what I'm saying? But what we didn't get is what I usually ask everybody. You know. So Gern, what was the first 5 things you had to do to start your clothing line? Like as far as, business line, LLC, whatever.
Okay.
The first 5 things you did to start your business.
The first thing I did was I designed the logo.
Design the logo.
Once I designed the logo, you send your paperwork in for trademark, copyright. But before I did that, because that costs a lot of money, I did the poor man's copyright, where I copied my logo, wrote the name, what it was for, addressed the letter to my side, and notarized and addressed to myself. So I got the poor man's copyright, and that's just something I always was taught to do. You mail out 2 copies, keep one.
Is that still effective?
Well, I got my shit running right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
See?
but that's the first thing I did was poor man copyright. Before I could get the money up to get a copyright, LLC, trademark, and all that, I poor man's copyrighted. So first thing was design a logo, poor man's copyright. Then I started making shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I started making shirts and selling them. And then just kept making more and more. And she started getting a little motion, you know what I'm saying? Because I was painting shirts too. When I wasn't printing, I was hand painting on shirts.
Yeah, like more kind of like detailed, exclusive
Not
type
detailed,
thing.
but my shit was abstract.
Okay.
A lot of colors, and then, I used to do this Che Guevara people used to love. I do custom shit for people, whatever they want. Man's record company, I made them some custom shit. People who actually, I need to print hands on, hand painted. These shirts I might charge $100, $150.
Yeah, taking time.
For a t-shirt, but people was buying it because it was exclusive.
Yeah.
You go somewhere, you ain't gonna see nobody else with that on. It's one of one.
That's dope, right?
And that's what I try to do. So I like to do custom pieces for people too. So if you want a custom Peixotto piece, get at me.
For
Whatever.
sure.
But then the next thing is, when you start growing, you get yourself a bank account, you get an EIN number, LLC, get all your paperwork straight. And if you don't have a lawyer, I did everything from LegalZoom. I just found it to be real easy and convenient. I could just keep everything on one site. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I did. So you go to LegalZoom, they can knock down everything you need.
Y'all hear that?
Get your
LegalZoom.
paperwork straight. I'm sure there's other ways out there, like free ways, that you could do it on your own, but I just chose to pay somebody to do it for me.
Right. An expert or something, you know what I mean?
So you might miss something.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the professionals do it. I think their legal team they can afford lower prices because they're so big. So if you go get a lawyer, you might pay a little bit more,
Right.
maybe twice as much or even more.
Right.
But being that they got a team of lawyers, they can charge less.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No. So y'all hear that?
get your paperwork straight.
Paperwork, that's important. All of that stuff protects you and your brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to build a brand, you're trying to build a legacy. It would be in your best interest to protect it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. They say you the story guy.
Yeah, man. I got a couple stories for you.
Man, give me a couple stories that you think the people would love to hear and need to know.
I'm gonna tell you a story about the day I met Tupac, the day he was shot.
What?
Yeah, I was in Vegas the day Tupac was shot.
Oh, wow.
That was I can't remember the dates off the back, but I think it was around summer, early summer, spring.
You definitely got to tell me that story, bro.
But my man Little Mike, God bless the dead, called me and was like, "Yo, Mike Tyson got a block of rooms for us. Just come through. All you gotta do is get to Vegas." I was out here in Seattle. And my man from New York called me. He was like, "Come through." So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go. I ain't got no money, but I know once I get there, I'm straight."
Right.
So I get to the airport, get on the plane, I get to Vegas. I got $35 in my pocket. I see the slot machines in the airport, and I'm like, I'm gonna try my luck.
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas, Lost all that shit.
Yeah.
Broke dead ass, bro. I ain't had no packages, no suitcase, or nothing. I came just dolo.
Wow.
Because it was for the weekend, you know what I'm saying? Came out there dolo, lost my little $35. So I said, I gotta walk to the strip. Because I had to go to the MGM.
Oh, shit.
I looked out, I said, God damn, that shit kind of far. I trooped it, I kept pushing, I was walking. So I walked all the way to the MGM. I'm like, all right, I'm here. So I'm looking for my man Mike. Now, this is before everybody had cell phones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody ain't have cell phones like that back.
You're right.
Because you see the cameras showing the fight with the Tupac and the dude. That shit all on the high camera. Surveillance.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like
Yep, you're right.
World Star, none of that going on back in the day.
Yeah.
So how I gonna find my man Mike and the motherfucker MGM? I gotta look. We walking around. So I'm walking around looking for him. I see two cats from the hood, Sean and Rockstone. Yo, what up, son? Yo, what up? I said, yo, where Little Mike? He said, he around here somewhere. He said, yo, come with us. Just run with us when we find him. Run with them. So these cats don't forgetting paper, like they jostlers,
Okay.
They do pickpockets. This is
That's
past the
what they call
statute.
it? Jostlers?
Jostlers.
Okay.
So I'm running around with them. I'm a big dude, so they like, Gern, you big. I'm gonna need you to stand right when I tell you to stand, and I'm gonna put all my weight on you. And when I tap you, we out. I said, all right, cool. I know what's going on. I'm just out there hanging out with the peoples. I'm standing. We catch a couple of jugs. And you know what? They break the money down. They gave me $600.
Quick six.
Quick six. I had 35. I lost all that at the airport. I had to walk to the gun GM looking for my man Mike, and I see them. I run around with them. I make $600.
That six probably felt like 6,000 at the time.
That should sound like 6 million, right? I was up, right? Because I have shit.
Yeah.
I felt like I was up now. I finally bumped into Mike. So Mike like, nah, I'm not bumping with them niggas. Let's go, come on. So we did our own thing. I left from Rock and Sean and started fucking with Ike. So me and Ike just going around, fucking around. So we all met up, was like by the velvet ropes where the celebrities, people come in to go to the fight. So we standing by the velvet ropes, and you know, everybody walking through Jesse Jackson, Magic Johns. I think Magic was there too, Michael Jordan. So you see all the celebrities coming through,
Right.
and here come Tupac, Suge, and them. You know what I'm saying? So we standing on the velvet rope, and Tupac's bouncing from side to side. We like, yo, Pop, he come over with us. He give us all that. He's like, yo, where y'all from? He's like, Brooklyn. He's like, y'all Brooklyn niggas be everywhere. So, you know, he go down to the thing, and, you know, later on, we just partying throughout the casino, hanging out, bugging out, drinking, going up by the pool, up top on the roof. We just moving around the hotel, just moving around. We get to the room, we chilling, so we watching, we eating and shit, watching TV, and then later on that night, it was like late, and we was up. We get a phone call, and it was like, yo, Tupac got shot. So we went down to the lobby. Everybody that was staying at the MGM was in the lobby. It was packed. Like, everybody, bitches was crying and shit. Niggas was mad and sad, but everybody was just like feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
I want to give a shout out to Big Les, because me and her kid, they're like, we knew each other forever.
Shout out Big
You know?
Les.
But, yeah, her and her homegirl kept calling me O'Shea. And it was like, you look like Ice Cube. We're going to call you O'Shea.
O'Shea.
But, yo, me, her, my man, her friend, and my man Mike, we had a good time. And it was crazy and shit. You know, next day, everybody was just talking. It was tense, you know. Everybody was talking about it. We come out the hotel lobby. We walk in, go get some breakfast at Circus. We run into Ed Lover and shit. And Ed Lover was just telling how sad the shit is. And it's just crazy, you know, senseless.
Yeah, senseless violence, bro.
Senseless violence.
Amongst his brothers too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tend to do it to ourselves a lot too, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta be held accountable for that too, you know what I'm saying? It ain't all about the others, you know, harming us. You know, we gotta be held accountable too, you know what I mean?
Stop blaming the white man.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's so Vegas, I know Vegas had to be turned up.
It was turned up.
Turned up, bro. But then it ended on that note.
Yeah.
Man,
Then to meet him that night, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, like, yo, what up? Finally met Tupac, shake hands with him, and then boom. That shit was crazy.
Roller coaster drop.
Yeah, man, that shit was wild.
Damn, you do got some stories, bro, because I ain't expect that one. Man. So, man, yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Like, I ain't know you was this legendary, but we definitely gonna do a part 2 on this, bro. And we gonna go a little deeper, you know what I'm saying? And as they say, no homo, pause, whatever. I don't do that shit. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I appreciate you for coming through, man. And, again, shout out to my guy, Boogie Brow, J Boogie Brow, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody he mentioned, my guy Gern. Shout out to everybody he mentioned in this video. I was kind of like stuck in awe, you know, and I didn't want to fuck up the floor of the interview, so I was going to say that for last. Shout out all y'all, you know what I'm saying? Sound like important people, you know. I got to do my research on y'all too, you know. And y'all subscribers, please go ahead, share the word. New watchers, please subscribe, share, comment, like, download, all that, man. The Past Journey, Present Progression podcast, man. Again, I got my boy Gern in here from Peixotto Clothing. legendary status, man. He came to bless me. I appreciate him for coming to the platform. And he gave you guys a lot of good information, like them first 5 things to do to start your line. He gave you some real food that's gonna really protect you and your brand, you know what I mean? And that's what I'll be looking for my guests to do when they come on here, that's gonna help you grow and protect your brand, you know what I mean? So shout out to you for that, Gern, you know?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, like I said, man, subscribe, like, share, comment,
Subscribe. Click
download,
subscribe.
all of that, man. Go, yeah, man. Give me your social medias, bro.
It's, Instagram is at the real Peixotto, TheRealPeixotto, and you got www.peixotto.com. That's we don't have too much social media. It's Instagram and
Man,
website.
go support my guy, man. As you can see, he got fire clothes, man. Go check him out. Check their website out, man. Check out inventory, man. You're going to find something you like, man. You probably most likely going to get something, too.
No
you
doubt.
know? So, man, with that being said, it was another episode, man. The closing episode to Season 1 to the Past Journey, Present Progression Podcast. Your boy, your host, Cleezy B. My boy, Gern.
Cleezy B, signing out.
Love, man.
Love
We
is
coming
love,
back
family.
for part 2 in Season 2. So be looking out for that, you know what I mean? So until then, man, help me run these numbers up, y'all. I love y'all.
Like,
Thanks
share,
for the support.
subscribe.
Thanks for the support. Love. Oh, yeah, I got a new slogan, too.
Shout out to the cameraman.
Yeah, shout out to the cameraman, whoever he is. You know what I'm saying? You know, but my little slogan, you know what I'm saying? Go get it and come back home with it, man.
That's right. Go get it. Come back. I got to tell the females, so you can go all over the world, but I'm American. You can always come back to me.
Hello.
Holla.
Love, y'all.
To present progression. Yeah. And it's the past journey to present progression. Yeah.
And in 3, 2,